Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. I think that's a little better. I messed with my gain earlier. I was in a voice chat.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, snap. Bat stealing first. Alright. Yeah, we will continue the run we totally didn't bail out of last time. That was just a time dilation. I make no promises about the quality of the stream. It's just becoming a ritual. I get a big cold drink, a big warm drink, some chai tea tonight, and then just play until I get too tired to play. Or I get interrupted by other stuff. Library notes. Eels. Hammer worked out pretty well for us last time. Lost in time and space, you drift to nothingness until something pulls you towards the light. The temperature abruptly drops and you shudder in the icy cold. You find yourself in the middle of a snowy wasteland. A sudden gust flings you to your knees. You inhale deeply, feeling your chest tighten and ache. Your fingers and ears are already numb and freezing. You have to move toward the pyramid. The frozen guard corpses watch you silently as you cut yourself in the razor-sharp edges of the ice. Damn. What an absolutely terrible start. Well, that kind of sucked. Oh, I guess I should be reading more of this, but I've done this one so many times, it completely slipped my mind. Ugh, Kana just stole a jar of eels. You ever seen an eel like this? It's so freaky. Don't you have a feeling it's watching us? How can she sip her soda so calmly, staring at this creepy creature? Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about our real Lord and Savior? The day of reckoning is coming. You learned some useful bits of information about your nemesis. However, if everything the man said was true, then we're going crazy. Oh no. Oh no. Legend from the prefecture. That's so weird. Your neighbor was really into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. The telephone sounds and multiple voices are too loud for you to ignore. When you enter the apartment, everything turns silent. In an entire day waiting for Kana. Where the hell is she? Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in oily vapor. The sludgy vapors rise slowly upward, forming a perfect spiral. You back away from the window, surprised by the curious phenomenon. Don't look in the bathroom. Instead... Oh, damn. I don't think I can afford the reason loss. Chief would be so disappointed. And the tap water is gone. You know what? I think we're just gonna sacrifice that run. That was the warm-up run. Let's see if we can get slightly better RNG. Instead of just failing all of the recent events all the time. Of course, we find an empty bottle after we took a bath. It's always been library notes. Like every single time. I just figured, like, this character just got library notes. Hi, Reiji. This way. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You mark down 5 of them, hoping there is something connecting them. Let's see. Another one of those nights. Tonight I'm kind of doing it on purpose. Because it's a Saturday and I don't have anything going on tomorrow. How are you doing? Pretty good. Just got done beating up Beefy Min. That sounds awesome. He can come up with his own stuff. You notice the odd placement of the ventilation shafts. They seem too small for anyone to crawl through, though. I'm pretty sure I always do the side quest here, and I always get the same ending. I just find the guy dead. So this time I'm not gonna do the side quest, and I'm gonna see if I get a different ending. The investigation is taking a toll on you. Damn. That's one of the worst ones. Dark forces scheme against you. Where even is that? Oh, that's interesting. If I had a shit ton of reason. Some of the followers are really good. But no. The telephone sounds and multiple voices are too loud for you to ignore. When you enter the apartment, everything turns silent. Woman bumps into you as she runs from a beauty parlor. Before you can say everything, you notice her face. She's carved out her own eyes. If I can't see it, it can't see me, right? Damn. That lady had no abject permanence. Object permanence. Cold water doesn't make you get a cold. You enter the dark boiler room and trip over the pipe. Cursing, you find a light switch and gasp in horror. It's not a pipe at all. It's a long rubbery arm coiling around the room and ending in a ventilation shaft. Coming closer, you can smell something vile and rotten. You almost fall to the ground when you see the wide open stare of the dead pervert, his elongated limbs stretching and disappearing into the vent's darkness. Okay. So that ending is the same as if you do the side quest. The roads leading out of town are closed. Oh no. Anyway. So that means, oh, I lost my train of thought. Damn, getting old sucks. So, I wonder what we do second. Oh yeah. Odd. I'm not aging very gracefully either. Because I didn't take care of myself when I was younger. I think both of these are pretty easy. I think this is a boss fight. 33. Don't ask. I think that's against the TOS. But 33. That's not old. You printed some 44-year-old. Oh no. We knocked the sculpture's head off. Now we have to die. Broken nose, oh no. I mean, do we really need a nose? I think I went outdoorsman because another one of them is in the woods. Like the festival. I think there's some secret interaction thingies there. This shouldn't be funny. You read a story about vengeful samurai known for wearing a crimson red cape. It's an interesting find for sure, but you need more information. You're planning out your next steps. Got you thinking about everything that needs to be done. Then everything that could happen. And every awful thing that's already happened. And now all you can think about is just how scary and horrible things are. Yes! You shuffle off somewhere you won't be noticed and let the tears gush out. Eventually, you shakily get to your feet. You still don't feel too great, but for now at least it's out of your system. I got a text. And also, it's okay to cry when you need to. Probably didn't mean to do that. But I was tired of my nose being broken. It messed up my cute face. Oh, interesting. Whenever we get rid of this person, we get 2 spells. Hearing an eerie sound coming from behind the door, you decide to check it out. At first glance, the abandoned classroom seems empty. Once your eyes get used to the darkness, you discover an unusual sigil drawn on the floor. Judging by the smoke, someone put out the candles the moment you entered. What's the book say? Experts are baffled by the sudden appearance of 20 stone statues lined up in the middle of the park. Holy shit. We can just convert money into less doom. And we got a lot of dudes. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish, squeak. You hear the sound of rubber boots as an unknown liquid drips on the tiles. Squish, squeak. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Squish, squeak. The door slowly opens. I don't want any paper from you. I don't think that's gonna work, because I hit chances super low. Fearing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything. I've got no idea what this one is gonna involve. I don't think this one is that bad. I think we already killed the big scary boss. This one is out in the woods, and we have anti-plant book, and we have outdoorsman. So we should find neat stuff. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by thick forest. Your group has arrived in the village and is currently unpacking at the inn, giving you some time to explore. The festival begins in the evening. To progress this mystery, choose actions that will advance the clock. As you learn about the terrible secret of this village, more actions will unlock. Inn's room was dusty, like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. Let's check out the painting. You freeze in terror as something on the painting moves. There's a hole in it. Are you being spied on from the nearby room? I have no money. Worried and furious about the hole in the wall, you enter the inn from the back, trying to find the room that connects with yours. Thinking you finally found it, you enter, and all walls are covered with blood and gore. Someone has scribbled weird symbols everywhere. You spot something on the nightstand, but there's too much flesh and blood to tell what it is from here. For a second, you were worried it was a skull you had in your hands, but as you wipe more blood off, it's clear you picked up a weird-looking mask. I think I'm just gonna fail this. Just hang out in my room. Is that blood? Where is everybody? Trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. The suspicious group you've been following is gathering in a nearby forest. They're enacting some sort of a ritual in a clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble on a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing. To your horror, you discover a severed human hand behind the statue. Nice. You're surprised to find a well-dressed man sitting on a rock in the middle of a forest. When you get closer, however, you discover that he's wearing a realistic mask that falls on the ground. Do you have time? Oh no. That a famous priest died on this rock. Perhaps mysticism has seeped into it. Touching it with your hand, you feel a newfound knowledge forming in your mind. An abandoned factory. This must be the place they took everyone. The sun is slowly rising as you get closer to the abandoned industrial building. Cautiously entering the factory, you can't help but notice the forest has become totally silent. We're too late. You're not the only one trying to stop the ritual and save your friends. Special forces have raided the occult. This is interesting. I think this is the same ending I got last time, but slightly different. Like I didn't even show up here at all. Like before I showed up and I was like, oh no, there's a ritual going on, and then they got raided and stuff. Later that day, after an interrogation, the detectives let you go free. Festival guests are still missing to this day. You board the old bus, wondering what exactly happened out there. Question: do furries dislike normies? I guess that depends on the person. I don't think so. Not in general. Why are you a filthy normie raging? That's okay. I like to write, and it is interesting to think about writing senses that I don't have. Like, I've read that dogs, dogs have a totally, like, alien sense to us. Like, they have a organ designed to sense heat, and that makes me think of, like, predator vision. And their hearing is, like, insanely better than ours. And their sense of smell is, like, insanely better than ours. And I like trying to find ways to translate sensations like that into something that a human brain can understand. It's a it's an interesting creative exercise to me. And that's why I like furries. Um, I think we do this one. I think this one's easy, and I have no idea what this one is. So the last one will be a total mystery. Too many old mansions around this town. Supposedly haunted by a family of four who disappeared without a trace one summer. But it is only... Is it the only tragic event that took place there? I feel like I don't need this, but the moment I throw this away, we're gonna run into toxic flowers everywhere. Like, everywhere. Oh, that's interesting. Right? Save. I think second sight and strength. crabs are feasting on a bloated corpse carried to the beach by waves. Fuck that shit. Damn it. I thought looking at that would do damage. Right. There we go. I thought looking at the gross crab-eaten body would do reason damage. But running away did reason damage. But that worked out. Or 53 hertz. Oh no, this seems like a horrible idea. Getting naked in a horror game movie thing. Oh no, it was fine. Cool. You hear a weird noise coming from the lock study. You must find a key. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people wearing strange masks. Unlike anything you've ever seen before, as you turn to your friends for reassurance, you notice that some also wear these eerie masks. Their voices sound muffled and distorted, and you can't shake off the feeling that they're not quite themselves. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, and you realize something is terribly wrong. They are... All of these hurt. I don't know which one. They're hiding something... Damn. Game's like, duh. You find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in an old locked cabinet, and you remove the book's wrappings. You recoil in disgust. It's bound in human flesh. You may never know what's inside the hideous book. But -3 doom is pretty sweet. One house owner, however, decided to make use of the cave tunnel. It's a natural concert hall, he claims. I don't really need you. In the middle of a room, you see a man tied to a chair. You rush to help, but when you remove his gag, the man starts shouting curses and ancient prophecies. You fall onto the floor, your mind flooded with unspeakable images as the man slowly stands up, completely ignoring the chair he was seemingly tied to. What's that? Oh, sweet. We're so smart now. $4.53. Looks like one of the previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Dusty tomes reach the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you could spare a minute to look through the books. Ones on the table seem relevant. Notes lying on the table look like the ramblings of a madman, but you can see a method to their madness. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. You enter a room full of wooden statues. You are amazed by how realistic some of them look. So realistic, in fact, that you could have sworn one of them blinked. Pillar vampire. Oh. Oh, he does reason damage. Damn. So I can do 10 per turn, so I'll take 4. Best case scenario. I can keep using it. Okay. This must be the place where the key is. Oh, coughing blood again. I'm sure it's fine. It's only 2 decks. We do we do strength damage. Following a suspicious person, you enter an old rundown mansion. It stinks like spoiled milk and only has 2 doors, one of which you came through. You can't see the strange man anywhere. Oh, that sucks. It'd be nice if we weren't coughing blood. Corpses are dang it. You aren't sure what to expect. The sturdy door opens. Explore. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The sound gets unbearably loud. Your knees suddenly collapse. Your inner ears are streaming. Blood starts gushing from your auditory canal, nose, and mouth. You're dead before your head even hits the ground. Yeah. What time? Almost 1. I got another run in me. Oh damn. Okay, that's the one we did that just murderized the hell out of us. Oh, I should go back and that. Kana first. So there's a creepy neighbor and he's got jars inside his apartment. So why wouldn't we spy on him? Oh. Woman bumps into you as she runs from a beauty parlor. Before you can say anything, you notice her face. She's carved out her eyes. Do not ask for the special. So I know this seems cold, but our charisma sucks. You close your eyes when they jump off the cliff. Maybe it will calm the ocean. Damn. 2 reason for 2 doom is pretty good. Something pulls you toward the beach. A statuette half buried in the sand is calling you. Feeling your hand shaking, you take a step closer. What's the worst that could happen? You hear a faint sound while walking outside the biology classroom. Inside an old anime model, its heart is beating. The neighbor's office at school is empty. You do find a few jars, all filled with weird ear-like fish. Despite your protest, Kana decides to lick the jars. Oh my god. We win. So for -2 max stamina, we can get 3 stamina. So that's a lot. We have 17 max stamina. So the first time we use it, we'll go down to 15, 13, 11, and so on. So we can get a lot of uses out of that. And now, basically the same thing with this, except we also do damage with it. I don't know. I don't know if these go away when we use them though. I feel like sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But if they don't, we have all the health. This could be a good run. This could be a very good run. You find an envelope lying on a pillow in your bedroom. Inside is a note from someone who has been watching. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Creepy. Crabs are feasting on a bloated corpse carried to the beach by the waves. Reaching for the body, you're attacked by several crabs. You can't get by some crabs, Kana. I don't know if I need this or not. Hearing footsteps behind you, you realize you aren't the only student here. Girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she gets closer. Broken box cutter. Ooh, it's perception based. Hey, kitty cat. We saved Kana this time. Holy shit, she's really good. I didn't realize how good she was. It's like run changing. Exploring seaside has a chance of drenched. Our city is sinking into the sea. Damn. That's totally fine. Nothing going on there. Nope. No siree. Oh, no. What does drench do? Oh no, that's horrifying. Or shouldn't be there. It shouldn't lead anywhere. More importantly, it shouldn't pull you in. I don't think I've seen this one. That seems horrifying. Let's go inside. I thought it would be one of these parasitic stars looming over the dying civilization. Is this the fate of our planet as well? Let's go inside the destroyed temple. Inside a decaying nave, you find a keepsake from the ancient world. Countless skeletons and corpses have shriveled in the arid air. Where the fuck is my keepsake? What? Oh no, I already had a flashlight, damn it. Nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotting fish guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. Gross. Whoever the kidnapper may be, they seem really obsessed with mermaids. Inside the science lab, you find a plan of the town's sewer system. Someone has marked a path leading from the sea directly to the school building. You're pleasantly surprised to meet your old friend while waiting for a tree. Let's have a chat. There's something wrong here. A weird apathy seems to infect every adult you ask for help. You have to deal with it alone. Alarmed by the sound, glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman. Clues. Nice. You compare the sewer plan with the school map and suddenly it dawns on you. School basement. That must be the place the kidnapper is keeping the missing swimmers. I have a crowbar, so hopefully this will be easy. What chance of raising deal with each investigation? That's bullshit. Um, your horror, a scaly hand reaches from the open manhole and pulls the screaming janitor inside. Silence. After a few seconds that feel like an eternity, a grotesque half-human, half-fish thing slowly emerges. It's a long look at the mutilated corpse and sighs. Get a good idea about the two halves, but the fish should be on top. Police officers find you a few hours later. No trace of the mad janitor is found, but you'll sleep a little better tonight knowing that the other students are safe. Dangerous bands of rioters are gathering downtown. That doesn't sound good. I don't know if this will help us just sitting in our inventory, but I don't want to hang on to it because it might be useful later. I kind of want to screw up the Fear Festival again and recover a bunch of stamina and reason. I feel like I might have messed this up earlier, and I should have like not fought the thing and done something else, like special actions, like where the manhole cover was. Arif saga of the moonlit sailors. It began with one fisherman who drank something truly awful from the belly of the ocean. Dark writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. You start your investigation hoping to overhear some rumors at the fish market. You can hear faint sobbing coming from an alley nearby. There you approach a man on his knees. When you take a step closer, he suddenly stops and perks up. You can hear the nauseating sound of tearing skin. Oh no. Glued corpse. This is why you don't play with super clue kids. I kind of do want to rest. I don't know. That's a lot of doom. This guy's whole thing is resting takes more doom. But I mean, it shouldn't be like that much more. I shouldn't be able to like not rest at all. I've done 2. I'm almost halfway done already. I don't know. I don't really need to right now because I have these. But I'm hesitant to use those. It feels like sad. Because, oh, do I have to now? I can't get back out? Oh. Not the end of the world. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on you back. Damn, we have 8 perception. We still can't find shit. Discard 2 items. I could do that right now. Corpses are strung up on wire like macabre marionettes, with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. Oh, at least they're smiling. You feel sudden pain in the area around the branded mark. Spooky. That pair has been following you since morning. You finally managed to lose them, but can't shake the feeling it will only get worse. There's a flicker of something there. Following a barking sound, you find yourself on a beach surrounded by rocks. Ooh, it's Chief's Goblin Seal. Let's cast this, and we can just so now we're at 15 max. Now we're at 14 max. Okay. So now we're at 15 max stamina. And I'll just go ahead and get rid of this. And see, magic isn't useless. It's awesome. You just have to get these two spells specifically. And I need to quit that. That should do enough. Yep. Quick thinking. That one. And I think perception, because that's what my weapon uses. You try to avoid mirrors, afraid of what could be waiting for you on the other side. No, I'm fine. We're fine. Blue moon shines bright in the cloudless night sky. The ink black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight and locked their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only audible sounds are your ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. The possessed fishermen's boats fill the horizon with their light. Tiny yellow spots navigating across a dark ocean under a dark sky. You cannot make out the figures on board. It's not the sailors. The black beings must have left their bodies. Shocked, you watch them sail away their way out of the harbor. You are terrified at their power, but relieved that they did not drag their meat puppets with them. I like how in a lot of these, the resolution isn't really you do anything, it's just like, oh, well that happened. Now it's somebody else's problem. I think we're gonna win this run. We're halfway done. We're only at 40 doom. That one's super easy if we just are bad at it. And this one killed us last time. But we could also just be bad at it. Alright, the onsen sounds good. And now... Oh no. Oh no. We picked up some festival food. I remember this guy. This guy poses no threat to us whatsoever. Exploring the factory, you're caught by the masked people. After tying you up, they bring you to the cult leader. You hear a raspy voice, your aunt's voice, coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards the door behind her. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice. I always play this when I'm tired, so I have trouble noticing if it's a typo or if it's me. But this is what I'm talking about. I think this is gonna be the same ending we got last time, but it's totally different. Yeah, the fucking FBI come in and shut everything down. Oh damn, I wish I leveled up before I forgot that spell. Ooh, excuse me. That's not very good. But I'm wondering if there's any special interactions. Friendly dog disappeared last night. Oh no! Not the dog! Before I forget, I gotta screenshot this. I gotta screenshot this. And oh, I should have done experience. I forgot it's one of each, and then it doesn't matter. We'll be fine. Jeef did this without leveling. He's crazy. So this is the only one left. So I think I'll just get through this as fast as possible. Part of me wanted to cast one of those to see if it would still reduce my maximum, because it says cost with no cast. Or cast with no cost, rather. Exactly opposite. Oh. Suddenly the air around you begins to whirl. Supernatural wave of freezing wind is approaching. Get out of here, wind. Let's check out the masks. That looks creepy as hell. I bet my face will straight up disappear if I put that on. I know there's something that does that. What was that? Got 3 right. We got 3 right. Sweet. Burn it. We need the doom. Get out of here, Necronomicon. Unless I don't remember what happened last time we did this. We learned stuff. That's always nice. The whole building begins to shake as we enter the room. Suddenly a stone pillar bursts through the door where we stood just seconds ago. Let's study those symbols. We're smart. Regain 1 reason at the start of each enemy encounter, -2 max reason. That's not bad. Man-eating plant. Two stamina damage, isn't that scary? Key is in the very last tile, of course. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected to the mansion must have driven the family insane. No connection to the outside world, they fed on what they had, themselves. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpses and wet tracks around the altar. That is fine, because that was the last mystery. And I just want to win this. So I have done it with this girl, and done it with that that stupid, whatever it's called, trait. The one that makes you more injury prone. And then we don't have to do those anymore. And oh my god, we can get 12 perception. We're gonna attack so fast. We're gonna perceive everything. You can't get shit by us. Oh, I'm very tempted to use this because I'm a dreamer. You can get really cool artifacts, but so far every time all I've gotten is frostbite and death. Ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. Not anymore. Oh. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you two things, that whoever, or whatever, is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, that you should run away from this place as far and fast as you can. You're afraid there won't be a way back once you start climbing these stairs. That's okay. We're only at 70 doom. Someone has been taking photos focused on you. Photos include the enemies you fought. There's something wrong, but you can't precisely say what. Fuck, what was that? Goblin seal? Wrong answer. Oh, that's scary. Now we're at 75. Following the winding staircases, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. There's a switch There was a switch inside. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and the mask off. Nothing personal, really. Takashi-san. Wow, I have so much more stamina. I can do 4 of these with a 95% chance. I can do 5 of these. The 4 times 4 times 4 is 16, and 5 times 3 is 15. But I could also do 16 this way. No, I miscounted. It would be 3 times 6, which is 18, and this would be 19. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by a metal gate. A tiny page nailed to the gate explains opening will require you to grab 2 metal rods, using your own body as a natural conductor. It's nice that they explained that. You're able to grab the nut. You are about to grab the nods when you notice the dial and buttons. You toy with them for a bit before adjusting both voltage and current so it's safe for you to grab them. Yep. Being smart pays off. Title of the second mystery we investigated. Eels was first. I think we did sailors next. But it might have been mermaid, because we got the crowbar early and I was like, let's just do this. I think it was mermaid. And I think we're safe. I think if we fuck up the rest of it, we'll have enough time. There should only be 1 or 2 questions left. Underneath that newspaper clipping was a tiny button. You're stopped by a girl wearing a dirty black school uniform. I'm sorry, I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyway. You instinctively take a step back when you notice a knife in your hand. You have to think fast. Not enough, Riz. You try to talk her into letting you pass. Oh no. She raises the knife and slices right across her own throat, nearly decapitating herself. She really showed me. Hey, it's a mirror. The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? We did it! As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You manage to stop the ritual, awakening the eldritch old god. But what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again until it stars it right once more. Congratulations! You're safe. For now. Damn. Now I have to go rub it in. That magic saved my ass to bed. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's almost 2 in the morning, so I'm gonna stop here. Is there anybody in here? A couple people. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. I am just gonna dissolve tonight. Because I think it's just you and me, Reiji. I trust you can find your own entertainment. I appreciate you coming in. I will see you around.